A Very Royal Narcissist, Part 12. This is the continuation of the series as a consequence of the gift that keeps on giving by way of the behaviours of Meghan Markle to enable you to understand various aspects of the narcissistic dynamic, to enable you to understand the behaviours when looked at through the prism of narcissism. As you must understand that once someone has been determined to be a narcissist based upon the prevalence of evidence that supports that, one can look at their behaviour through the relevant prism to provide an interpretation. And this is what that series does. This article was originally written on the 19th of January 2020, following the Sandringham Summit, but is provided in order to continue giving you the insight and education, and as part of updating the series, which will have further instalments also taking into account more recent events. Following the Sandringham Summit, a number of matters had been decided on with regard to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This provides further analysis on the ongoing saga. 1. Buckingham Palace statement. Buckingham Palace released a statement. I describe it below with explanation as to how this relates to the behaviour of Meghan Markle to enable you to gain insight into the workings of the narcissist mind. Remember, the establishment of her being a narcissist was achieved on a whole host of material previously, much of it before she even became the Duchess of Sussex, and therefore the analysis is based upon her behaviour and reaction. The statement said as follows: The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are grateful to Her Majesty and the royal family for their ongoing state support as they embark on the next chapter of their lives. This is false appreciation and facade management. You have given us, i.e. me, what I want, which is control. And although this need for control is unconscious, this then allows me to be apparently gracious in response. This is a benign form of manipulation, similar to the paying of a compliment, buying a gift, taking you out for dinner, which is performed by a narcissist. The act of paying a compliment does not mean that someone is a narcissist, but when a person has been established as a narcissist through the analysis of a sustained pattern of repeat behaviours, then everything they do is either a benign manipulation or a malign manipulation when it comes to an interaction or an intended interaction with another person. These manipulations are necessary to enable the narcissist to control people, either in a benign, good way, or an unpleasant, or even an horrendous manner. The Duchess of Sussex needed control, and as explained in previous very royal narcissist articles, this meant leaving the UK under the stepping back arrangement. This has not been stopped. Therefore, Miss Markle retained control, and this allowed her, and Prince Harry, who towed the line as an intimate partner primary source, who was in the grip of this control, to express gratitude. His, as a non-narcissist, is genuine, and has no ulterior motive other than to politely express thanks. Hers, because she is a narcissist, is a manipulation, and is unconscious and instinctive. You have done what I want. Have a reward, and I'll be nice to you. The statement continued. As agreed in this new arrangement, they understand that they are required to step back from royal duties, including official military appointments. They will no longer receive public funds for royal duties. Agreement has only been provided as control has been achieved. Be under no illusion. You will never have any guarantee of making a narcissist do something that you want. If it happens, it is because the narcissist wanted it to happen. If you think otherwise, then this is an honest mistake born out of a failure to understand what narcissism is, and is the impact of misleading emotional thinking. The Sussexes wanted to step back from royal duties, so stating that they understand they are required to step back from royal duties makes it sound as if they have had this imposed on them. They haven't. It was a requirement of the assertion of control of Miss Markle. She has got what she wants, and therefore she has no issue with such an observation. What about no longer receiving public funds for royal duties? Surely that's a blow to the control of the narcissist, to the grandiosity of this particular narcissist. Understand, not all narcissists operate with grandiosity. It isn't in this instance. This is because of grandiosity and magical thinking. The grandiosity will be that the Sussexes don't need public funds for royal duties, and will be allied with magical thinking that they are able to generate a host of income streams from a variety of commercial means, part of the purpose of stepping back from royal duties, and do so extremely effectively and successfully. The statement continues, with the Queen's blessing, the Sussexes will continue to maintain their private patronages and associations. While they can no longer formally represent the Queen, the Sussexes have made clear that everything they do will continue to uphold the values of Her Majesty. Facade management and future faking. Again, since Miss Markle has got what she wanted and feels in control, it is easy enough to state that they will uphold the values of Her Majesty. Moreover, a narcissist will state that they will do something in the future as a means of controlling the now, which is what the narcissism operates to do. Whether the narcissist will ever carry out the future event is largely irrelevant, because the purpose of the stated intention is controlling the moment, and by the time the future event arrives, the narcissist's position with regard to control will have altered. The narcissist's sense of entitlement, lack of emotional empathy, and lack of accountability means that the future event might be delivered, but again, only if that serves the narcissist's need for control. More usually, having obtained control, the future event is never fulfilled. The statement continues, the Sussexes will not use their HRH titles, as they are no longer working members of the royal family. Again, you might think that not using the HRH titles sounds like some form of demotion, and ordinarily that would be a matter of concern for a narcissist, as it would impact upon the notion of superiority and therefore feel in the unconscious to the narcissist like a threat to control. However, in this instance, the Sussexes chose not to be working members of the royal family. The non-use of HRH titles is in accordance with and ratifies what they want. Therefore, the control remains intact. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have shared their wish to repay sovereign grant expenditure for the refurbishment of Frogmore Cottage, which will remain their UK family home. Future faking. This is nothing that is set in concrete. It is merely stated as a wish, which sounds useful to state now for the purposes again of asserting control and for facade management. Since it is only stated as a wish, this is a long way indeed from being a cast iron obligation, and will only be undertaken if, and only if, it suits the narcissist's need for control. The potential outcomes are either it is never repaid, it is repaid by Prince Charles, for example, on behalf of the Sussexes. He has provided them with significant financial support in the last year, so aside from the refurbishment, their call on the sovereign grant was actually only approximately 5% of their income. Or they somehow secure the jackpot of commercial deals, chat show appearances, buck deals, after-dinner speeches, etc., so that repayment is hardly an issue. Once again, the control remains intact. Buckingham Palace does not comment on the details of security arrangements. There are well-established, independent processes to determine the need for publicly funded security. This new model will take effect in the spring of 2020. The content of the statement merely demonstrates that its content accords with the sense of control which Miss Markle has at the present time, control which continues to assert itself over Prince Harry, so that he acts in accordance with the stated intentions, believing and misled by his emotional thinking that this is the right way forward. For now, the control remains intact. But for how long? More updates will follow. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.